Hey guys, it's Deborah. So I want to talk to you again about the parable of the barren fig tree. I've been talking about this parable for like 6 months or something. That I felt like all of a sudden the Lord showed me that it has relation. It's related, sorry, to um, now, like to the end days and a physical time period. So if you don't know the parable of the barren fig tree, I'll read it, like I'll paraphrase it for you in a moment. Um, but basically, it's about a 4 year time period. And I feel like the Lord showed me that we're in it. And so the reason I want to talk about it is because I thought nobody else is talking about this, and nobody was that I know of. And then all of a sudden, well, today I got sent by, thank you very much for sending it, a friend on Facebook who sent me a video of a man who is actually talking about this parable. And he's quoting Brother Steve Fletcher, who is talking about this parable, I guess. I didn't know this, but I'm going to play the video for you at the end of this, of when of me talking. And then I'll put a link to this person's channel because I've never seen them before, but he is talking about this parable. He's kind of relating it to a dream he had where he saw, from what I understand, Trump in a tree and it was cut down and he fell or something like that. But you'll hear it in his video. And I kind of came at it from a different angle, and I feel like Steve Fletcher might be coming at it from another angle, but basically, yeah, let me read the parable real quick and then I'll tell you, what I'm seeing, and then I'll play the other video for you. So just paraphrasing a little bit, basically this is a parable about a gardener who was taking care of a fig tree for 3 years, and the owner of the tree of the vineyard or the garden, I guess, came to check on this tree, and the tree had not produced any fruit for 3 years. And the gardener had been working on it, and then the owner said, give it 1 more year, and if it doesn't bear fruit, cut it down. So let me just read this. He said to the gardener, for 3 years I have come in search of fruit on this fig tree, but have found none. So cut it down. Why should it exhaust the soil? He said to him in reply, Sir, this is the gardener, leave it for this year also, and I shall cultivate the ground around it and fertilize it. It may bear fruit in the future. If not, you can cut it down. So basically, he's giving this tree 1 more year. So it's like a 4 year parable. Now, I've been looking to find out what else could this parable mean. I've searched and searched and searched, and the only thing I've come up with that other people have told me about, I've heard 2 people tell me about this, and I did a lot of research in it, is that it could be related to the 3 years that Jesus was in ministry, and then 1 more year ending when Stephen got martyred. Nobody really knows when Stephen got martyred. The Catholic Church says it was in 34 to 36 AD. So it could be around that time. That from everything I've researched, it was the Catholic Church who has been showing me this date from the websites I found, but I don't know. And then also for it to mean, basically what that is saying is that for 3 years, Israel's given a chance with his ministry. And then 1 more year after he died and rose again, Jesus, that was the 1 more year. Now, the only thing I was saying about that, thinking about that, was after that time period, then you have Paul having his conversion and coming into Christianity. And then you have situations like Peter meeting the Ethiopian and on the road and converting him and stuff like that. And so these are the stories that take place after. Then you have Paul's whole ministry. Now, Paul always went to the Jews first. He went to all these Jewish places as well as to the Gentiles. So Paul, and Peter also preached to the Gentiles. So for Israel to be cut down a year after Jesus's ministries, I didn't see that. I seen like the ministry continued to go to the Jews for a long time period after. So it could be that's like, it could be a dual meaning. It could be just that. I see, like I said, the Catholic Church pushing that, so I'm not sure. And I don't know. So that's the only other explanation I have for the parable of the barren fig tree. And again, it's a sketchy one. It's maybe, and I don't see how Israel was cut down a year after Jesus rose and his ministry, it was a year later. I don't see that Israel was cut down, because the whole New Testament is written to Jews being converted, and then eventually it's more Gentiles who came into the fold. It spread to the Gentile nations and Cornelius, and you have that time when Cornelius was preached the gospel right after Paul's conversion. Well, not right after, but soon after. So you have some Gentiles coming in, you have some Jews. So it's kind of like they continue to preach to the Jews. They're not necessarily cut off, but I can see how it could be a possibility. Anyway, I just want to give everybody the full picture here. But what I felt like the Lord showed me, maybe this is just dual, or maybe that's not even a thing. I don't know. But that the time period we're in is the 3 years and the 1 more year. Now, why do I say that? You guys already know that I felt like the Lord showed me 2017 to 2021, to 2020 is the 3 years that Israel was given a chance to, I don't know, the tree, that basically the barren tree is Israel, just because it's the fig tree, and Israel is represented as a fig tree, even the fig tree generation prophecy. Okay. And then the 1 more year is 2020 to 2021. Now, I asked the Lord, what does 2017 have to do with Israel? Like, I know we had the Revelation 12 sign. I know it relates to the church, it seems like, but how does it relate to Israel? And I felt like the Lord told me it's when Trump declared Jerusalem as the capital, because it said the Gentiles will trodden all over Jerusalem. It didn't even say Israel. They'll take over until the time of the Gentiles is filled, and then he's going to come back. And it's like, it feels like the time of the Gentiles was fulfilled because it was recognized by the world that Jerusalem was the capital. Now, that was on December 6, 2017. So, and then that could be 3 years after that, brings you obviously to December 2020. And then 1 more year would be December 2021. Then they would be completely cut down. Or, I mean, that could be part of it, or you could look at it. And this is where this new video comes in that I'm going to attach at the end here, where if it's from when Trump became president, that was January 21st, 2017 to January. And now it's going to, and then it went to January 20th, 2020 would be like their 3 years. And then they're given 1 more year with Trump to, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what his presidency would be. I understand why Jerusalem becoming the capital would be significant, because they were given that time to really, I don't know, believe in Jesus, or I'm not sure, but I think Trump has some sort of significance with them. Like, maybe them turning to him, like, almost treating him like Messiah was their way of producing no fruit or something. And this was like their last test. Will they, like, I don't know, worship him or something? I don't know. So Trump being president from January 21st, 2017 to January 21st, 2021 would be a full 4 years. Maybe 2020 to 2021 was the time when they fertilize it. Like, it says, I'm going to dung it, fertilize it, or whatever. So 2020 to 2021 is the time of intense fertilization for Israel so that they will bear fruit. Like, that is when, the pandemic started and stuff like that. So maybe that was God's way of showing them one last chance to say, even through this trial, you still won't turn to me. You're still looking for a man, one who comes in his own name you'll accept, but you won't accept me who comes in the name of God, but you'll accept someone who comes in his own name. And it kind of relates to Trump. So yeah, I just wanted to bring this up and just tie it into what I've been talking about for like 6 months or more. It could be a year. I don't even know. A long time I don't think it's that long that the Lord showed me. So like I said, it could relate to the 3 years that Jesus was preaching, and then 1 more year when Stephen was martyred. That, if that's true, like, that's a little bit random to me. It is a little bit random, this, that when he's martyred, that was it. They're cut off when the whole rest of the New Testament is witnessing to the Jews. So to me, they would be cut off, I would say, after, if that's a thing, after the Bible was completed, maybe, or something. But it is kind of random. But again, it could be dual, meaning maybe that was like symbolically representing what's going to happen now. Other than that, I've heard no explanation of this parable. And I think, I don't know why he would just show me that, but it makes sense that from 2017 to 2020, it was being nurtured, trying to get it back to bear fruit. But the tree was so obsessed with Trump. And then from 2020 to 2021, it was like, okay, I'm going to put some serious effort into it. I'm going to fertilize it. I'm going to dig around it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this thing to bear some fruit. And so from 2020 to 2021, January, that was the time period of intense fertilization and intense digging around, intense trying to, you know, tend to the tree, getting it to bear fruit, but it still didn't. So then basically what that brings you to is January 2021, I will cut it down. And that relates to this guy's dream that I said I'm going to just share here, and about a tree falling and it relating to Trump. And so I just want to share this with you guys because it's a prophecy a parable I've been talking about for so long now, and how the Lord showed me we're like living in that time period. I believe the Lord showed me. Again, I always say that because I don't want to speak on behalf of God if it's not him speaking. But it's hard because you want to have faith when he shows you something. So I share it with you guys, and I pray that I'm saying the right thing. Pray on it. Maybe read this parable for yourself and pray on it, I guess. So yeah, if that is the time period, then the end of January is when Israel is cut down. I mean, this kind of lines up with a lot of things. I just did a video on Saturn and Jupiter and how they're going to disappear around the end of January and not be seen for several weeks. And because they're so close to the sun, they don't actually disappear. It's just they're not going to be visible and stuff like that. So there's just weird things going on. And with the election and everything ending then. So will Israel be cut down at the end of January? And when they are, I mean, that starts Jacob's trouble. That's the real time of testing for them. And since it's Jacob's trouble, I have, through my research, prayer, and everything, I believe there is no need for the ecclesia, which is the church. There's really no need. They have the 2 witnesses. They're going to have the 144,000. It's not our trouble. We've had plenty of trouble. That being said, I'm not going to get into that whole thing, obviously, but yeah. So pray on it. I hope this blessed you. I think it could be true that at the end of January, we're actually looking at, and I forgot to mention one more thing. When I say 2021, my next video is going to be on times, dates, changing of calendars, and all this stuff to the best of my ability. I say these words lightly, 2021 and things like that. I say these things very lightly because that's the Gregorian calendar. God's calendar said the beginning of the year is in Nisan 1. So I'm just using these dates I believe God can use all the calendars in different ways and explain things to us. But inevitably, I do believe he's following his calendar, which he said in the Bible that he's changed the first of the year to Nisan 1. But these dates still are being used. I truly believe that he uses all these dates to kind of show us things and help us along. So I say this loosely in January 2021, but I'm giving you a time period to say at the end of January, when the elections the switchover is happening, it's the last Trump. And therefore, it could be when Israel is cut down. And when they are, I think we go up. It might not be immediately, and these things might not be immediately on these dates. I don't know. It's just something to consider and related to this barren fig tree. Okay, enough of me talking, sorry. So I will play the video and I'll put a link in the description box to this person's channel. And I don't know much about this person, so, use caution. I don't know much about their videos. I'm just literally posting this one thing because somebody sent it to me on Facebook, and it is very interesting. And it goes in line with what I've been saying for a very long time now. So I'm not trying to say this in pride. I'm just saying, like, it's neat to see other people agreeing because, I was thinking I must be wrong because nobody else being shown, but it looks like other people are seeing similar things. So it makes me really encouraged. So anyway, that's all. And my next video will be coming soon on the times and seasons and things being changed and dates and all that. So I hope that blessed you, and I hope you find this video I'm about to play interesting. And yeah, okay, until next time, we will talk again soon or see you in the air. God bless and shalom.
How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. As we do, we watch. I love you all. And I have some exciting news, and I'm sure that some of you might already know this news. So I'm very excited. As I said before, my highest watch, as I had mine in my video, was March 23rd, which January 21st, right around that area, That's what this video is about. As we were watching, I said that we are watching, and I was going to have days that I believe that are high watch. And I will go over this right now. And I have some more information. And I love you all as we watch. Now, in this video, which I found out some information yesterday, about this. Trump was sitting on a stump, a tree stump, and there was two sides. There was like bleachers on one side, bleachers on the other side, and Trump fell off the stump, or somehow he the one side started cheering. So you remember me saying that. What's significant about that? The significance of that is the tree. The tree being cut down. 4 years. Which I saw my brother Steve Fletcher put out a video. It's right here.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Pray everyone is doing well this afternoon, and I want to share a piece of information with you. Till I shall dig about it and dung it, and if it bear fruit, well, and if not, then after that thou shalt cut it down. And so we have a story of a 4-year time frame, or a 3-year time frame, and a 1-year delay.
So in other words, which he agrees with me also, as I have said before about Trump. Trump is the 7th king in Revelations, as a lot of us believe that. He goes over the numbers in that video, just like I do, calculation. So in other words, Trump will be 4 years on Inauguration Day, the 21st. The 21st, he will be 4 years. And Steve in his video goes over the fact that Trump, the 7th king, as I have said all along, from my videos for the last 2 years, the Lord showed me once Trump is gone, we leave. He showed me that in the first dream I had about Trump. I said that Trump was up on a stage, the first one, this was 2 years ago, when I had my first dream about he fell down, and I got hit in the side or something, and I fell backwards. And I stated that. I knew from that dream and what the Lord showed me about Obama, that's why I knew he wasn't going to get reelected. I knew Trump, short space. So, and just like Steve Fletcher said there. But what is the main importance of this? My dream was right on the money. The tree was cut down and Trump fell over. He was on the stump. The tree's cut down. So the Lord was showing me, which it's awesome. In other words, when Trump's done, the tree's cut down.